What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brad and we're back at it again. Today, I'm going to give you an update on what my Fiddle Leaf Fig looks like post-chop. If you remember, I did a big chop on my Fiddle Leaf Fig about 4 weeks ago. Last week, I recorded a video showing what my Fiddle Leaf Fig looked like post-chop. Now what I want to do is I want to give you a weekly update about what the Fiddle Leaf Fig looks like now. My idea is to continue to give you an update every week of the growth of my Fiddle Leaf Fig, as well as tips and tricks of what I'm doing to make sure that I activate as many notes as possible to get as many branches as possible on my Fiddle Leaf Fig. This way, it will encourage you too to give your Fiddle Leaf Fig a big chop if you want to give it a refresh. All right, let's get into it. Here's the status of my Fiddle Leaf Fig 1 week after the previous video that I made about the big chop, but about 4 weeks after I actually did the big chop. Like I said, I'm going to be committed into giving you weekly updates just so you can see the progress of what the big chop looks like after the fact. Now, as you can see, I have gotten a substantial amount of growth since last week's video. What I have found is after a big chop, it takes the longest to actually get your nodes to activate. Once your nodes activate, you should start to see some really incredible growth. So as you can see, I have active growth from this node here. I have 1, 2, let's see if I can find some other ones, 3, 4. So I have 4 active growth points that I can see on this particular branch. On the second branch here, I have an active growth point here. I have an active growth point here. And I have 3 additional growth points here, here, and here. And then finally, on the third stem or branch, I have an active growth point here. I have an active growth point here. I have another one coming out right here. Are there any other ones? So that's all I see so far on this one. But the tree is really flushing out really nicely. I'm also, even though the ground is wet, my soil is wet, and it's an overcast day, I'm still gonna fertilize this Fiddle Leaf Fig because I want to make sure that I continue to encourage that push of growth. If you don't fertilize, what might end up happening is you will get an initial burst of growth out of one of your growth points, but then it will be stunted. So only one of the 2 or 3 growth points will continue to go and flush out. If you like videos like this and want to continue to see weekly updates of what my Fiddle Leaf Fig looks like post-chop, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and would mean a lot. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. And here's Fiddle Leaf Fig number 2. It only has 1 main trunk, but it still has a lot of active growth points. So I have an active growth point right where my finger is on the right side. I have one on the left side. I have another one on the left side. I have one coming out right above my finger. Let's see if I can see any more. I have another one right there where my finger is. I have another one right there. And then I have 2 more trying to push out down here, but I don't want growth right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock those off. That way I can focus on branches where I actually want the growth. And like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and still fertilize this even though the soil is wet, even though the ground is wet, and even though it's an overcast day, because I want to continue to feed my tree. So that is what my Fiddle Leaf Fig looks like 4 weeks post-chop and 1 week after my previous video that I made. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next one where I give you another update of what my Fiddle Leaf Fig looks like post-chop.
What?